That's what I think. That's what I see it.
Look at you, how's that? Like, yeah.
No, real talk. That's exactly what it looked like. That's exactly what it looked like. Hey, shalom, shalom. Yahba Shema Rashad Baraka Thumb. Yahweh Shemal Thumba Shema Rashad. All the sisters. This Isupk doing North Carolina Sabbath service. Check that camera real quick. Slanted. Oh no, it's good. I guess it's based off the banner, so that's fine. It's Isupk doing North Carolina Sabbath service. Preaching Officer Maya with me, assistant conductor is Officer Yanazar. So we're gonna get straight into it. Which means to stand. Wapan Yakwadum means rise and face the east. Let's start out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa,
Shabbat
Shemayim, Quadash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Lakam, Cow, Yawum, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawath Nawa. Wala'a. Tabi'ai Nawa. Banasaya 1. Abol. Habashai Nawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwat. Waha'ala. Wahatapara. La'aiwalunyam. Aman. In English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. So be it. The prayer for the Hakak, or the prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Baba Kasha. Nathan Lenawa. Hakak. Para'a. Kal Makala. Kal Madawa. Hakak. Matahar. Matazarayam. Hakak. Lahakwiyam. Hamatyam. Hakak. Arakawaf. Atma'ala. Lagarishan. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Prayer for the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai. Why Mayaka Allah. Why Alahayim. Matazabaya Alawapia Hana. Alawapium. Hasaranyam. Wakatazayanyam. Hakoyoyam. Wahagwatian. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha. Ayanya. Al-Haharium. Ma'ayan. Yaba'a. Isaiah. Ma'aim. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa Arataza. Al Yathan. Lamawat. Regolka. Al Yanawam. Shamarka. Hanala'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayashan. Shawamar. Yasha Allah. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Aliyad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'a. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayallah. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makal Rai. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaatka. Wabawaatka. Mayatha. Wa'aid Iwalam.
In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. For which cometh my help? My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalm 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Dami Alaka. Al-Thakarash. Wa
Al-Tashakwat. Al.
Kayahana. Awayabyaka. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Aimaka. Yairayamwa. Sawada. Wayata. Ya'aitazawa. Al-Tazapawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakakidum. Magoya. Wala'a. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'ala. Iwada. Kaya. Nawa'aitazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Arayath. Yakarathwa. Aholia. Arawam. Yashamai. Alayam. Bawa'aba. Wahagarium. Gabal. Waimawan. Waimalak. Palashah. I'm Yeshabia. Tazawo. Gam Ashawo. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zerawai. Labanyala Wat. Salah. Aishalaham. Kamadian. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabian. Manakal. Wayashwan. Nashamadwa. Bayan. Da'ara. Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayatamwa. Nada. Yabmawa. Ka'arab. Wakazabak. Wakatazal. Mana'ai. Kal Nasaya Kamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarashah. Lanawa. Na'awat. Alahayam. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagogala. Kakwash. Lapanyararaka. Kaash. Tabi'ira. Yaira. Kalahaba. Alahat. Harayam. Khan. Daradapma. Sairaka. Wabasa. Wapathka. Tabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Kwalawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shimka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Wayabaholwa. Aijai. Wayakaparwa. Waya Abadwa. Wayadayawa. Kayata. Shemka. Yahweh. Labadka. Al-Yawan. Al-Kaharatazar.
In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, and the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeb. Yea, all their princes, as Abba and as Almuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as a flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. Okay. Ooh wee.
So now we're going to pick up in the book of Leviticus, chapter 14 and verse 34. You can go on a blue letter, and you can go to that particular chapter and verse, and you can go to what you see the tools. You push the tools, and you can follow us in the Hebrew as we read the Hebrew. Because of course, in the Sabbath service, we read the Hebrew and the English. Okay. So hold on, just let me get there too. Okay. Once again, it's the book of Leviticus, chapter 14 and verse 34. Okay. Go ahead, sir. So, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 14 and verse 34 in the Hebrew. Kaya, Taba'awa, Al, Aratazah, Kanain, Ashar, Anya, Nathun, Lakam, La'ath, Akazah, Wanathathia, Nagai, Tazara'ith, Baba Yath, Aratazah, Akazathakam. Verse 35. Waba'ah, Ashar, Lawa, Habayath, Gayad, La Kahan, La Amar, Kanain, nope, Salakia, Kanagai, Nara'ah, Laya, Bayath. Verse 36. What tazawa hakahan wapanwa ath habayath bataram yaka yaba'a hakahan lara awath ath hanagai wala'a yatama'a kal ashar babayath wa akar kan yaba'a hakahan lara awath ath habayath. Verse 37. Wara'a ath hanagai wahana hanagai bakwayarath bakwayarath habayath shakwa irawath irawareth ya rakorakwath awa ada madamath mun hakwayar verse 38 wayataza'a hakahan mun habayath al pathak salakia pathak habayath waha sagayar ath habayath shabaith yam
yeah.
Salakia. I gotta give it. Okay. Verse 38. No, we just did 38. Verse 39. Washab hakahan bayawum hashabaya aya wa ra'ah wahana pasha hanagai bakwayarath habayath. Is the last one, right? 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 40. Yeah, 40 last one. Verse 40. Watazawa hakahan wakalatazawa ath ha'abanyam ashar bahan hagaai han salakia hanagai waha shalayakwa athahan al makawataza la ayar al makwawam tama'a. Verse 41. Wa'ath habayath yakwatazai mabayath sabayab washa pakwa ath ha'ipar ashar hakwatazawa al makawatazar la ayar al ma kwawam tama'a. Oh snap, I read up to 41. I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay. Yeah. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 14 and verse 34 in English. When ye be come into the land of Canaan, which I give to you for a possession, and put the plague of leprosy in a house of the land of your possession. And he that owneth the house shall come and tell the priest, saying, it seemeth to me that there is as it were a plague in the house. Verse 36, then the priest shall command that they empty the house before the priest go into it to see the plague, that all that is in the house be not made unclean. And afterward the priest shall go in to see the house. So, Salakia, sir, this is talking about like when we come to the land and we take the land and then we go into a house and you think the house is unclean or there's some kind of disease in the house, you come out of the house, everybody come out of the house, and then you get the priest, and the priest go and check it out. Okay, that's what it's saying. And he shall in the house be not, okay, verse 36, then the priest shall command thee that they empty the house before the priest go into it to see. It's disobeying me. Go into the house to see the plague, that all that is in the house be not made unclean. And afterward the priest shall go in to see the house. Verse 37, and he shall look on the plague, and behold, if the plague be in the walls of the house with hollow streaks, greenish or reddish, which is in the sight or lower than the wall. Meaning, if he, like when you have mold and uncleanliness, it gives off like it turns into like, a greenish color or a reddish brown color, and it's visible, right? You go in and you can see it, like, because what he's saying is like these heathens wasn't clean. So you got to check out and see if there's any kind of filth in the house before you go in. Right? Because, streaks of reddish, greenish, or reddish, which are in sight lower than the wall, meaning a different color than the wall. Okay. Verse 38, then the priest shall go out of the house to the door of the house and shut up the house 7 days. And the priest shall come again the seventh day. Verse 39, the water, sir. And the priest shall come again the seventh day and shall look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the walls of the house. Verse 40. Then the priest shall command that they take away the stones in which the plague is, and shall cast them into an unclean place without the city. Okay. So we just started 41. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 41 in the Hebrew. Wa'ath habayath yakwaza ya kwatazai babayath zabayab washapakwa ath ha ipar ashar ha ipataza ha salakia ha kwatazawa ha kwatazawa al makawataza la ayar al makwawam tama'a. Verse 42. Wala kwakwa abad nayam a car wath wahab baya awa al thakath ma'abia nayam wa ipar akar yakwak watak ath habayath. Verse 43. wa Yashawab, Hanagai, wa Parak, Babayath, Akar, Kalatazah, Ath, Ha'abunyam, wa Akaria, Ha-Quatazawath, Ath, Habayath, wa Ath, wa Akaria, Salat, Hatawak. Verse 44. Waba'ah, Hakahan, wa Ra'ah, Wahana, Pasha, Hanagai, Babayath, Tazara'aith, Ma'arath, Hawa'ah, Babayath, Ma'ah, Hawa'ah. Verse 45. Wanathatazah, Ath, Habayath, Ath, Abadayawa, Wa'ath, Tazayawa, Wa'ath, Kal, Par, Habayath, Wahai, Watazaya'a, Al, Ma, Kawataza, La Ayar, Al, Ma Kwawum, Ta'ama. Verse 46. Wa Haba'a, Al, Habayath, Kal, Nyumya, Hasa, Gayar, Athwa, Ya, Tama'a, Aid, Ha, Irab. Verse 47. Wahashaka, Wahashakab, Babayath, Yakabas, Ath, Bagadiawa, Waha Akal, Babayath, Yakabas, Ath, Bagadiawa. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, Leviticus chapter 14 and verse 41 in English. And he shall cause the house to be scraped within round about, and they shall pour out the dust that they scrape off without the city into an unclean place. So they would really scrape the walls and replaster the walls. You understand? Like when you read these, if I may, sir, when you read these scriptures, man, you see, like, you understand how cleanliness was stressed, and how they went to all manner and all means to keep things clean. Like if the house had mold on the walls, you had to scrape the wall, and you didn't just take it and dump it outside. You had to take it outside of the city and dump it. So that was a business right there. Somebody had a cart to take all the dust to the outskirts of the city and dump it. Anyway, I just be thinking about stuff like that sometimes, sir. Verse 42. And they shall take other stones and put them in the place of those stones. And he shall take other mortar and place plaster the house. There it is. Verse 43. And if the plague come again and break out in the house, after that he hath taken away the stones, and after he has scraped the house, and after it is plastered. Verse 44. Then the priest shall come and look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the house, it is a fretting leprosy in the house. It is unclean. Verse 45. And he shall break down the house, the stones of it, and the timber thereof, and the mortar of the house, and he shall carry them forth out of the city into an unclean place. So here we go. Like they tore the whole house down, because they couldn't get this disease out of the house. They had in England, they had the bubonic plague. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to clean up. Foreigners had to go into Europe and teach the Europeans how to clean up and how to make sewage systems and stuff like that. Because as their cities grew, so did disease. Right. But here the Most High gives us, you understand, ways to, to wipe out all of the spread of these diseases. You understand? And establish, I mean, they tore the whole house down, right? The wood, the stones, everything. And they had to build a whole new house. They had to carry all that stuff outside of the city. This Bible is amazing to me, like the things that we're reading about. We're talking about 4,000 years ago, man. Right. You understand? Other nations was living in huts, man. I'm saying we had frying pans, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you, man, like, we're special people. And don't let nobody fool you. Verse 46, moreover, he that goeth into the house all the while that it is shut up shall be unclean until the evening. Until evening. Verse 47, and he that lieth in the house shall wash his clothes, and he that eateth in the house shall wash his clothes. So it means if you was working, tearing the house down, you had to clean up. You understand? You had to be unclean until the sun went down. Okay, that's that. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 14 and verse 48 in the Hebrew. Wa'am ba'a yaba'a hakahan wa ra'a wahana la'a pasha hanagai ba bayath akaria hatak ath habayath watahar hakahan ath habayath kaya narapa'a hanagai. Verse 49. Walakwak lakata'a ath habayath shathia tazaparium wa aitaza araz wa shanya thawa la'aith wa adab wa salakia wa azab. Verse 50. Wa shakat ath hatazapar ha akath al kolia karash al mayam kayayam. Verse 50. Wala kwak ath aitaza ha'araz wa ath ha'adab salakia ha'azab wa ath shanya thawa la'aith wa ath hatazapar haya watabal atam badam hatazapar hasha kawata waba mayam haya yum. Come on. Wahaza al habayath shabai par imium. Verse 52. Wakata'a ath habayath badam ha tazapawar waba mayam ha kayayim waba tazapor ha haya hay salakia ha kaya waba aitaza ha araz waba azab waba shanya ha thawa la'aith. Verse 53. Washalak ath hatazapar ha chaya al makawataza la ayar al punya ha shada wakapar al habayath watahar. And 54. Za'ath ha thawara lakal nagai ha tazara'aith wala nakak salakia wala nakfak. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 14 and verse 47 in English. And he that lieth in the house shall wash his clothes, and he that eateth in the house shall wash his clothes. Verse 48. No, we're supposed to start at 48. Right, so lock it. We read that. Verse 48 will be the first one. And if the priest shall come and look upon it, and behold, the plague have not spread in the house after the house was plastered, then the priest shall pronounce the house clean, because the plague is healed. And he shall take to the verse 49, and he shall take to cleanse the house 2 birds and cedar wood and scarlet and hyssop. Verse 50, and he shall kill the one of the bird in an earthen vessel over running water. Verse 51, and he shall take the cedar wood and the hyssop and the scarlet and the living bird and dip them in the blood of the slain bird and in the running water and sprinkle in the house 7 times. Verse 52, and he shall cleanse the house with the blood of the bird and with the running water and with the living bird and with the cedar wood and with the hyssop and with the scarlet. 53, but he shall let go the living bird out of the city into the open fields and make an atonement for the house, and it shall be clean. Verse 54, this is the law for all manner of plagues of leprosy and scald. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 14 and verse 55 in Hebrew. Wala tazara'aith habagad wala bayath. Verse 56. Wala sha'ath wala sapakath wala baharath. And verse 57, laha warath bayawum hatama'ah wabayawum hatahar za'ath thawarath hatazara'aith. The next chapter, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar Yahweh al-Mashah wa al-Aharon La Amar. Verse 2. The borrower al banya yasha Allah wa amaratham alaham ayash kaya yaya zab maba shorwa zawabwa tama'a hawa'a. Verse 3. Waza'ath the haya tama'athwa bazawabwa rar. That's the first time I've ever seen that word. Rar. Rah rah. Yeah. I guess it's either rah rah or rar. Yeah. Okay. Basharwa ath zawabwa awa hakathium Basharwa mazawabwa. Where was the husband? Bonrar Basharwa af Zawabwa Awa Ha Kathium Basharwa Mazawabwa Tama Athwa Hawa'a. And verse 4. Kal Hama Shakab Ashar Yashakab Aliyawa Hazab Yatama'a Wakal Hakolia Ashar Yashab Aliyawa Yatama'a. So this is the book of Exodus. I mean Leviticus. I keep saying it. I don't know why. The book of Leviticus, chapter 14 and verse. Hold on a second. Where do we go? 3 down. Verse 55 in English. And for the leprosy of a garment and of a house, verse 56. And for a rising and for a scab and for a bright spot. Verse 57, to teach when it is clean and when it is salaki, when it is unclean and when it is clean. This is the law of leprosy. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15, Leviticus, chapter 15, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when any man hath a running issue out of his flesh because of his issue, he is unclean. Verse 3. And this shall be his uncleanliness in his issue, whether this flesh run with his issue or the flesh be stopped with his issue, it is his uncleanliness. Verse 4. Every bed whereon he lieth that hath the issue is unclean, and everything whereon he sitteth shall be unclean. So anything that's unclean, that means you got to clean it, right? Verse 5. That was it. We start a new one now. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 5 in the Hebrew. Wa ayash ashar yagai bama shakabwa Yakabas Bagadiawa Wara Rock Taza Bamayam Wata'ama Aid Ha'irab. Verse 56. Wahayashab al Hakolia Ashar Yashab al Yawa Hazab Yakabas Bagadyawa Warakataza Bamayam Wata'ama Aid Ha Irab. Verse 7. Waha Nagai Babashar Hazab Yakabas Bagadyawa Warakataza Bamayam Watama'a Aid Ha Irab. Verse 8. Wakaya Yarak Hazab Patahawar Wakabas Bagadyawa Warakataza Bamayam Watama'a Aid Ha Irab. Verse 9. Wakal Hama Rakab Ashar Ya Rakab Aliyawa Hazab Yata Ma'a. Verse 10. Wakal Hanagai Bakal Ashar Yahaya the Kathiawa Ya Tama'a Aid Ha Irab Waha Nawasha'a Awatham Yakavas Bagadyawa Warakataza Bamayam Wata Ma'a Aid Ha'irab. Verse 11. Wakal Ashar Yagai Bawa Hazab Waya Dayawa La'a Shatap Bamayam Wakabas Bagadyawa Wara Kataza Bamayam Watama'a Aid Ha'irab. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 6. Verse 5 in the English. And whosoever touches his bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening or even. Verse 6. And he that sitteth on anything whereof he sat that hath the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. Verse 7. And he that toucheth the flesh of him that hath the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until evening. Verse 8. And if he that hath the issue spit upon him that is clean, then he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until evening. This is thorough.
It's science, man.
Yeah, man. This is like, wow.
Yeah, I always want to say we don't know nothing about science. Y'all ain't no doctors. Y'all ain't got no degrees. Like, what do you think it all started, man? Who told you you had to have a damn degree to understand about diseases? You know what I mean? I had a sister tell me, she said, you're not a doctor, so until you get a medical degree, you can't tell me nothing about marijuana. I'm telling she couldn't smoke. I sent her that article about that lady that stabbed her husband 108 times. I said, well, since you got a degree, tell me your professional opinion on this, doc. Yeah. Since you know so damn much. When I ain't gotta go to school to let you know in the Bible, clean your goddamn self, man. Right. Quarantine yourself. You understand what I'm saying? What you think? Why you think Esau knows about that? You think they knew to stay, you know what I'm saying, 6 feet from each other, to quarantine a house and block everybody off and keep these people away from this people? Hell no. That's why the bubonic plague was wiping them the hell out. Man, it was bad for them in Europe, man.
But if you, as you were saying, like the scripture says that Jacob is the former of all things. So when the Ottawa says that we started all of this, that's what it means. Like everything, all the knowledge of the earth, right? You understand what I'm saying? Practical knowledge came from us, our culture, and what the Most High gave us. And it spread to the other nations. You understand? Jacob is the former. He formed everything. I mean, he started everything. And this is proof right here. Like quarantine and these kind of things, and cleanliness, and taking baths on the regular, and washing your clothes and all that. These other nations was not doing it. That's what we're trying to tell you. This 4,000 years ago. You had nations 100 years ago, 200 years ago that still wasn't cleaning themselves. So like is there? Here we go. Verse 9. And what saddle whosoever rideth upon that hath the issue shall be unclean. I mean, like even if you had a horse, and you had to clean that saddle, man. Like this is like this is beyond quarantine, right? This is like everything got to be cleaned up, man. Because we want to live clean without no diseases. This is for the benefit of the whole nation, not just one person. You know, this is we have to protect each other with cleanliness, so to speak, right? That's what it's saying. Verse 10. And whosoever touches anything that was under him shall be unclean until the even, and he that beareth any of those things shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even. Verse 11. And whomsoever he that toucheth that hath the issue and hath not rinsed his hands in water, he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. This was before COVID. You had to wash them hands, man. This was before Dr. Kildare. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I love it, man. This, you know, I don't know. I can't really understand why any Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian would reject this over what is in the world today, and over what is, you know, what the world is today over this. Like, why would a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indians not want to be down with this? Right. Like, I don't understand. Like, something, you got to check yourself, something wrong. So this is the book of Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 12 in Hebrew. Wakalya, Karash, Ashar, Yagai, Bawa. Hazab, Yashabar, Wakal, Kalya, Aitazah, Yashatap, Bamayam. Verse 13. Wakaya, Yatahar, Hazab, Mazawabwa. Wasapar, Lawa, Shabaith, Yum Yum, Lata, Harathwa, Wakabas, Bagadewa, Warakataza, Basharwa, Bamayam, Hayayam, no, that's Kayayam, Watahar. Verse 14. Wabayawam, Hasha Mayanaya, Yakwak Lawa, Shatia, Tharayam, Awa, Shunya, Banya, Yawa Na, Waba'a, Lapanya, Yahweh, Al Pathak, Ahol, Mawa'id, Wana, Thanum, Al Hakahan. Verse 15. Wa Aisha Athum Hakahan Akkad Hata'ath Waha Akkad Allah Ila Wakapar Aliyawa Hakahan Lapanya Yahweh Mazawabwa Sa. Verse 16. Wa Ayash Kaya Taza'a Mamanwa Shakabath Zarai Wara Kataza Bamayam Af Kal Basharwa Wata Ma'a Aid Ha Irab. Verse 17. Wakal Bagad Wakal I wore Ashar Yahaya Aliyawa Shakabath Zarai Wakabas Bamayam Wata'ama Watama'as, that's correct, Id Ha'irab. In verse 18, Wa Ashar, Salaki, Wa Ashar, Yashakab, Ayash, Atha, Shakabath, Zarai, Wara Katazawa, Bamayam, Watama'awa, Id Ha'irab. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15. This is the book. I don't know why the book of Exodus is on my mind. The book of the. Yeah, no. Correct. The book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 12. And the vessels of earth that he touches, which hath the issue, shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water. So, meaning if you had pottery that was infected or touched, you had to break it and throw it away. Right. But you have vessels made out of wood, plates and spoons and stuff made out of wood, you just had to wash those. You didn't have to throw them away. Verse 13. And when he hath had an issue, when he that hath an issue is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and wash his clothes and bathe in flesh and running water, and shall be clean. Meaning you have to bathe every day for 7 days at least. 7 days. You have to wash your clothes and bathe. Because everybody didn't have 50 changes of clothes in their closet. Right. It might have 1 or 2 changes of clothes. Yo. So, verse 14. And on the 8th day, he shall take to him 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons and come before the Lord unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation and give them unto the priest. Verse 15. And the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord for his issue. You know, that's like for gratitude. You know, like, you done cleanse this man up, so he makes a little donation. You understand what I'm saying? And then the acknowledgement that the law of God has been obeyed pertaining to this issue. You understand? So this is our culture. So we have to understand what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Moving forward, okay? Because this is about keeping our whole society and our whole culture clean, man. You understand what I'm saying? To protect one another. You know, that's what it's about. Verse 16. And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water and be unclean until evening. I don't think we have to explain that. Verse 17. And every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water and be clean until evening. Verse 18. The woman also with whom man shall lie with the seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until evening. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 15, verse 19 in Hebrew. Wa asha kaya v'haya zakah dam yahaya zakah baba shara wa ba'aith nyam nyam v'haya baga datha wakal hanagai ba yatama'a aid ha arab. Verse 20. Wakal ashar the shakab aliyawa bana the ha the thaf bana the tha yatama'a wakal ashar the shab aliyawa yatama'a. Verse 21. Wakal hanagai pama shakaba yakabas bagadiawa wara kataza bamayam watama'a aid ha irab. Verse 22 is, come on, baby. It's loading. Oh, there it is. Verse 22. Wakal hanagai bakal kalia ashar the shab aliyawa ya kabas begadiawa wara kataza bamayam wata ma'a aid ha irab. Verse 23. This last thing. Gonna one card. Okay. Verse 23. Wa'am al hamashab kab hawa'a or wa al hakolia ashar hawa'a yashabath al yawa Banagaiwa, Bawa, Yatama'a, Aid, Ha'irab. 24 is the last one. Verse 18. Yeah. Verse 24. Wa'am Shakab. Ya Shakab Ayash. Atha Watha Haya. Nadatha Aliyawa Wata Ma'a Shabai. Yum Yum Wakal Hama Shakab Ashar Yashakab Aliyawa Yatama'a. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 18. In English. The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until evening. And if the woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whoever toucheth her shall be unclean until evening. Verse 20. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. Verse 15. I keep saying 15. Verse 21. Oh, I'm asleep. Verse 21. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even. 22. And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until even. Verse 23. And if it be on her bed or anything wherein she sitteth, when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until even. And verse 24. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flower be upon him, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days. And all the bed whereon he lies shall be unclean. Meaning, like, if you have intercourse with your woman, and her period comes down upon her in the manner by which you're doing your deed, I guess that's a way of saying it. Then you're unclean. You have to clean up, and you're both of y'all unclean for 7 days. That's the law.
With him, because she's she already unclean.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's mostly for the brother. You understand? And of course, we live in a time now, you know what I'm saying? Your sister on your flower, you know, you're a priest in here, you got duties. You can just, though for that week or so, she can just, wrap herself in her own blanket. You know what I mean? If y'all got, seat covers for the, for the toilet, y'all can, use those. But you just wanna stay as clean as, as clean as possible, especially with being a priest and having duties. We have to be, in the school, we gotta do this work. You know what I'm saying? We can't be unclean doing that work. So you just want to do the best you can to try to just stay, stay clean. Not that she filthy or disgusting, but the Lord is holy. You know what I mean? He requires things to just be a certain way. You know what I mean? It's natural for a woman, of course, to have a flower. It's not abnormal, nothing like that. We just want to just be as clean as possible. You know what I mean? To keep the temple clean, keep everything, you know what I mean, sanitized and holy, man. You know what I mean?
That was the last one. So we need to make sure we record it. Yeah, we finished that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So we just, you know what I'm saying, ended at 24, right? So next week, Lord allow, we'll pick up at Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 25. You know what I'm saying? That's Leviticus chapter 15, verse 25. That's what we'll pick up, Lord allow, next week. You know what I mean? Keep bringing out this truth, man. Keep bringing out this truth. Keep edifying our people. You know what I mean? And you know, bestowing upon our people the truth and knowledge that's been stolen from us, man. You know what I mean? That we rightfully deserve.
That's right.
You understand? But with that, just to appear, I might him. Me to stand. Cool. You don't want to blow up the shot. Christ. Men of Israel, gird thyself to prepare to salute the Torah. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Brakiyah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Brakiyah.
Mariam, this means to stand. Wapanyakwadam means rise and face the east. Close out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka.
Yahweh. Malakwaka.
Taba'a.
Ratazayaka.
Hayah. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Latundanawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabawatnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawath Yanawa. Wala'a. Tabi'ayanawa.
Banasaya 1.
Abol. Awashayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwith. Waha'ala. Wahataparat. La'awalumyum. Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Pray for the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Babakashah.
Latundanawa. Hakak. La Pa'a.
Cow
Makala.
Cow
Madawa. Hakak.
La
Tahar. Hamatazarayam. Hakak. Lahakwiyam. Hamathium. Hakak. Arakawaf. Hatama'ala. Lagarashun.
Bahashem
Yahweh Shai.
Tawara
Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Pray for the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Why
Yahweh Shai.
Why
Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazaba Ya'ah.
Alawapyana.
Alawapium.
Asaranyam.
Akodazayanyam.
Akoya Yoyum. Wahagwatian. Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman. In English, bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shah. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
Psalm 121 in Hebrew. Aisha. Ayanya.
Al-Haharium. Ma'ayan. Yaba'a. Isaiah. Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Aisha. Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Ragalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Hanala'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayashan. Shawamor.
Yasha Allah.
Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Aliyad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'a. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makalrai. Yashamar. Athna Pashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaaka. Wabawa'aka. Mayata. Wa'aid Abalam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From which cometh my help. My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalm 83. Psalm 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Dami Alaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa Al-Tashakwat.
Al.
Kayahana. Awayabyaka. Yahama.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Alaimaka.
Yarayamwa. Sawada. Wayatha.
Ya'aitazawa.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidum.
Magoya.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Sham
Yasha'ala.
Iwada. Kaya. Nawa'aitazawa. Laba. Yakhadwa. Alyaka. Barayath.
Yakarathwa.
Aholia.
Adawam.
Wayashamai.
Alayam.
Mawa'aba. Wahagorium. Gabol. Why am I one? Why am I lock? Halashath. I am Yeshabya. Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanyalawat. Salah. Aishalaham. Kamadian. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabian. Banakal. Kwayashwan. Nashamadwa. Ba'ayan. Da'ara. Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayatamwa. Nada. Yabmawa. Ka'arab. Wakazabak. Wakatazal. Manai. Kaunisai Kamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarasha. Lanawa. Na'awaf. Alahayim. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagogala. Kakwash. Lapanyarabaka. Ka'ash. Tabi'ira. Ya'ira. Wakalahaba. Talahat. Harayam. Khan. Daradapma. Basa'iraka. Wabasa. Wapathka. Tabahalam. Mala'a. Panyaham.
Kwalawan. Wayabakwashwa.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Wayabaholwa. Aida.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadawa. Kayatha. Shimka. Yahweh. Labadka. Al Yawan. Al-Kaharatazah. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Almunam, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let me put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Men of Israel, we give our teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amajim, Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, Yajimatah. Class dismissed. Oh boy, I'm going to get under the